A renoviction is when a landlord evicts someone so work can be done to their unit. But advocates say it's used as a loophole to get tenants out of an apartment to bump the rent, a practice councillor Paula Fletcher has been fighting for years.
Generally, people just get fearful, as anybody would when told, we're taking your home away from you. So this now puts the onus on the landlord to say, before you do that to somebody, you have to show that you need to have that vacant. You're not simply doing cosmetic touches like new sink, new cupboards, new tile in the bathroom. You're knocking down walls.
Councillors say the enforcement of the bylaw will be funded through the renovation application fee. The mayor says all Torontonians deserve to know their housing is secure.
Having policies with no enforcement means it has no teeth, and that won't work. We will make sure that once we have the bylaw written, that we will be able to enforce it. Absolutely.
The item was voted through Wednesday morning, meaning staff will get to work on the bylaw. The only dissenter on the item was Councillor Stephen Holliday, who worries it's creating more red tape. And he brought a prop to illustrate his message.
Quite literally, the sound of red tape being created.
Thank you.
Which Gord Perks, a supporter of the motion, quickly asked to borrow to set up a protest sign. Perks says the city needs to step up where Ontario won't.
It is literally globally understood that the right to housing is a basic human right. The housing system in the province of Ontario does not acknowledge that basic human right.
Holliday's comments resonated with one landlord advocate who says tenants can already challenge renovictions at the Landlord and Tenant Board.
All they have to do is to apply the law. They don't have to create another bureaucracy, because that bureaucracy is going to cost money to the taxpayer and you won't solve the problem.
But tenant advocates are welcoming the move.
We just see so many landlords using renovations as a loophole in the Residential Tenancies Act to evict a tenant. And this is because in Ontario, we don't have what's called vacancy control. So in between tenants, when you move out and a new tenant moves in, they can increase the rent to any amount.
City staff will have to report back to the city's housing committee with the proposed bylaw by the end of October. The item also calls on the province to do several things, like including rent control on buildings first occupied after November 15th, 2018, and keeping that price control on units even between tenants. The province didn't respond to our request for comment on those asks. Lane Harrison, CBC News, Toronto.